All right, guys, today we are talking about fractions, decimals, and percents and converting between the three. We are going to fill out this chart together. There are 2 slides, so there are 2 separate videos that you are going to watch. You should follow along, fill in the chart with me. I also have some scrap paper here because some of the problems are going to require a little bit more work. If at any point you want to pause the video or you want to go back to the video so that you can review anything I've already gone over, you can do so. Remember, today is totally self-paced, so whatever is best. All right, the first row is already done for us. 22%, the decimal was moved 2 times to the left. That's how they got 0.22. That last number's in the hundredth spot, so 22 over 100. And then finally, it was simplified from 22 over 100 to 11 over 50 by dividing by 2. All of our answers need to be in simplest form always, so we're not going to be done with the problem unless we have a fully reduced fraction. Let's start with 10%. If I have the number 10%, I can move my decimal point. Remember, the decimal's always behind the last number if you don't see it. I'm going to move it 2 times to the left, and I get the number 0.10. The 0 isn't really count as a place value, so we're going to look at the last non-zero number to tell us what our fraction is going to be. The 1 is in the 10th spot, so that means our fraction is going to be over 10, and we will put a 1 in the numerator spot, 1/10. 55 hundredths means that our fraction is going to be over 100. I'm going to put 55 in my numerator, and I can tell that 5 can go into both of these numbers, so this is not a reduced fraction yet. If I divide 5 into 55, I get 11, and 5 into 100, I get 20. 55 over 100 tells me that my percent is going to be 55% because it's 55 out of 100. Sorry, this is refocusing. I can also take my decimal point and move it 2 times to the right, and I would also get 55, which is the exact same answer we have here. All right, 3 out of 100 is 3 hundredths, so my 3 needs to go in the second spot. A 0 is going to go in any missing place value, so we have 3 hundredths. 3 out of 100 is 3%. Another option would take the decimal point to the right twice. We're always moving it 2 times, and I get the number 3. 100% is the whole thing, the whole percent. If I put a decimal point back here and I move it twice, I end up with the number 1, or 1.0. So any fraction that I put here has to simplify to a whole. I'm going to put 1 over 1, but 2 over 2 works, 3 over 3, 4 over 4. Any whole fraction you could actually put in here and have the correct answer. 7/10 means 7 over 10. If I want to put this in a percent form, I just move my decimal place 2 spots to the right. I put a 0 in any placeholder spot, so I have 70% is 0.7 and 7/10. 9/10, I'm going to put a 9 in the 10th spot. I'm going to move the decimal point twice to the right, just like I did with the last problem. That's 90, so 90%. 88% is 80.88, which would be 88 over 100. This is not a simplified fraction. They're both even numbers, so 2 goes into both of these numbers, but so does 4. I'm going to choose the bigger number so that I don't have to continuously reduce. So 4 goes into 88 22 times, and 4 goes into 125 times. My final answer is 22 over 25. You need to move on to the next slide and the next video at this time. If you need to take a break or want to get up and stretch before you do so, you totally can. And I will see you at the next slide.